Hello my loves and welcome to the Perfume Realm. My name is Manahil and today I'm going to be doing a review over a fragrance that is going to be the giveaway prize for one lucky winner, and I'll go into the entry details a little bit later. But before we get started, I just wanted to say, if you're interested in joining the realm, I highly suggest clicking the subscribe button as well as the bell notification so you can stay up to date on everything that is happening here. Now let's jump into the video. Okay, so over on my Instagram, I just recently hit 5K followers, which for me is a huge milestone, and I'm so grateful for everyone who has been not only part of my journey but also part of my growth. I really do owe it all to you. So I am doing the giveaway over on Instagram, but the fragrance that I'm giving away, I really did want to do a detailed review over because I am in love with this fragrance. The exciting thing for me is that the house fragrance Bois, which is a really high-end luxury niche brand, decided to partner with me for my 5K giveaway. So they're going to be sending a brand new bottle of the perfume I'm going to be talking about in a second to the lucky winners. So I handpicked the perfume myself. I really wanted to send out a fragrance that I personally love as well, and this is a fragrance that has truly blown me away. So I picked this one out because I really did want to share this beautiful scent with you guys, and also just to kind of say thank you for everything that you guys have given me. So I am doing the review over here, but if you leave a comment under this video, you actually do get an extra entry for the giveaway. So the primary entry details and like really entering the giveaway is over on my Instagram, but if you comment down below here, you do get an extra entry if you are interested in participating in this giveaway. This video, by the way, is not sponsored in any way. They didn't require me to do a YouTube video or anything, but I really was so excited about the scent that I wanted to do one on my own. So these are 100% my own thoughts. If I wanted to trash the fragrance, I would in a respectful manner, but I don't want to trash it because I truly do love it. And I don't like to pander to companies, so I do keep my honest thoughts here on the channel. All right, so let's talk about luxury goods. I think it's a really important topic to talk about because this definitely is not only a luxury niche brand, but it does come with the luxury price tag. You know, I think most people will find it to be an exorbitant price tag, and I don't want to minimize that at all, but let's talk about the luxury aspect of this. So if you are someone who's getting a little antsy, just forward. It's no big deal, and I don't need to hear about it in the comments. And if you're not here for me, there's other people who have reviewed this scent. Go ahead, go check them out. You don't need to be here. I'm not forcing you to be here, so enjoy the ride if you're here because you're here by choice, and if not, go ahead and find someone else to watch. So for this discussion, I pulled out this little compact mirror. I got this mirror from Chanel. It's just a little, purse mirror that you could bring along with the Chanel symbol embossed, and then it just opens up, and I'm not going to show you because, it's gonna glare. The reason why I brought this out is because I am someone who doesn't see an issue with purchasing luxury products. I'm someone who loves to purchase and indulge in luxury products as long as I know that I have dealt with the responsibilities that I have to deal with. If I have that extra cash laying around, I want to spend it on something that I love. So when I bought this mirror from Chanel, I was expecting a Chanel quality product because for me, I don't pay money for a brand name. Personally, I could go onto the internet and print out a picture of the Chanel logo and paste it on anything that I own. That's not really what I'm after. When I pay for a designer or niche product, I expect the money that I'm putting into it to show in the product and the quality of the product. That's really what I'm going for. And this mirror wasn't the most expensive thing in the world. It was $45 for a Chanel mirror. Now, If it was a regular mirror, people would have been like, that is an insane price tag. You know, this is something you can get from CVS and spend like $3 on it. But, you know, I was like, oh, it's a Chanel mirror, so I'm gonna get a really nice high quality Chanel mirror that I can carry around. Well, that wasn't the case. I received this mirror and it is one of the cheapest things that I have ever seen Chanel produce, and I'm honestly shocked that they would even release something like this, because I feel like it cheapens the brand a little bit. It is a very cheap plastic. There's no weight to this. It feels like it could break any second. Like, this thing is cheap. Other than the little velour pouch that it came in, there is no reason for it to be priced the way it is. So I don't support prices that are just dumb. I hate it when a company does a cash grab just because they know that their audience or the people who purchase from them are purchasing because of that logo. I hate that. Why cheapen your brand? You should really live up to the standards of Chanel, and I don't think that this mirror did. I really think that they just were like, okay, people are gonna see it, people like me, it has the Chanel logo, they're gonna buy it. But when I purchased it, I was truly dismayed about it. And again, it's only $45, but for me, I found it kind of like insulting my intelligence. Do you know what I mean? Like, as a customer, are they thinking I'm a fool? I'm gonna hand over this money and get like a really cheap product, and it takes away from the luxury experience and ends up feeling more fraudulent and like sleazy. You know what I mean? Why did they have to do such a sleazy move? I'm not sure. So yes, I'm butthurt about that Chanel mirror, but the reason I brought that up is because I don't support crazy high prices just because something is Chanel or just because something is Fragrance du Bois. I don't. It has to be shown in the product. If I'm paying for something and the product is amazing, the quality of the materials are incredible. Let's say I bought a purse, the stitching is immaculate, everything like that, all those little details, I'm willing to pay for it. I was willing to put that money in for that mirror, but I wanted something that was actually worth the price, and that wasn't it. Now when it comes to the Fragrance du Bois experience that I had, completely different. I truly feel like I was immersed in a full 4D experience of luxury and opulence. So the fragrance that I chose for the giveaway is Oud Orange Intense, or maybe Oud Orange Intense. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be pronounced. And this is the 100 ml bottle of it, which is also going to be the one that is being sent out, but it's going to be a brand new bottle. This is my personal bottle, and you guys, this one is so charming, so charismatic, so special. The entire experience was well worth my time, and if I had spent the money on this, well worth my money as well. So right away you kind of get the feeling that this house is one that is like no expense is spared. So when you pull out the little envelope, there is a card tucked into it, and this is the card right here. I thought that this was the most special touch I've ever seen in a fragrance. So the oud that this company uses is 100% pure vintage oud, and it is also sustainably sourced. So this little card talks about the oud and gives you information about it. And to me, it really reminds me of if you've ever like shopped for diamonds, you know, a diamond ring, whatever. A lot of the times it will come with a certificate talking about where it came from, kind of just like a verification type of certificate. And that's kind of what they have over here on this little card, except it's for the oud. So let me read the back of it first. The oud chip contained within this pouch is from the same sustainable plantation which the oil used by Fragrance du Bois was created. The dark lines within the wood are the resinous heartwood from which the oil is extracted and distilled, using time-honored traditions that guarantee 100% purity and quality. No other perfume offers this unique guarantee of quality and sustainability. Then when you look at the front of the card, it has the GPS location of the plantation that the oud came from, as well as its vintage year. This one was 2016, and the certification number. So I will show you guys right now. In the little passage that I read, it referred to an oud chip. So there is an oud chip in this pouch, and right here is the oud chip that they were talking about, and then those dark lines is the resinous hardwood where the oud was extracted from. I don't think it's gimmicky at all. I personally love that touch. I love the fact that if you were to pay for this perfume, you not only know exactly where the oud inside of it was sourced, you're able to, you know, have this little chip, kind of have this extra layer of familiarity and connection with this perfume. And if you're really into perfume, you know that oud is one of the most expensive ingredients in perfumery. So being able to know exactly where your oud came from is really cool for me, and it really makes it more of a collector's item as well. And at last we come to the fragrance itself, which is in this really beautiful heavy bottle, and then the cap is adorned with crystals. It's a very nice and heavy cap as well. Everything is just perfection, just like the fragrance itself. So I actually wore this fragrance today. It was super hot in Chicago. So I think it was like 90 degrees outside, so super hot as well as very humid, and this perfume absolutely sang. It was singing off of my skin. It really, you know, sparkled and shined today with the weather. So I think that this is a fragrance that definitely does really well in the heat and the humidity, because it kind of amplified the fragrance, because this is a softer fragrance. This is not a beast mode scent whatsoever. So I do want to talk about that. This is a scent that sits closer to your skin. It has some projection. I wouldn't say it's a complete skin scent. There is a level of projection to it, but I would say it's a smaller, more intimate bubble. So definitely maybe someone you're dining with, maybe someone you're sitting next to, the more, you know, closer encounters, that's when someone else is going to be able to smell this. So it's not a skin scent alone. It does have the projection, but it's not crazy. And personally, I love the performance of this fragrance. I think that it suits the scent that it is perfectly. I don't want this to be any louder than it is. I don't want it to be any sharper than it is. I think that the longevity is fantastic, so I'm really happy with the longevity of it. But that sillage and projection, for me, that kind of soft sillage, soft projection suits this kind of gauzy veil of fragrance that is inside of this bottle. So the notes for this fragrance are coconut fruits, vanilla bourbon, vanilla musk, and 100% pure organic vintage oud. So the vanilla bourbon and the oud in here really change the entire dynamic of the coconut and the fruits that are inside of this scent. It completely takes away from that. The coconut, first of all, has nothing artificial to it whatsoever. It's a really rich, natural smelling coconut scent. But the vanilla bourbon in here and the oud come and take it and warm it up. First of all, there's almost kind of this slight boozy aspect, but not like a super heavy booziness, just, you know, a slight touch of it. I feel like this scent just smells so shimmery. Like it's literally this like sparkling, magical, mystifying scent. The oud is not animalic whatsoever. You can smell it. I know that some people claim that they're not able to smell the oud, but I think that maybe it's just not the kind of oud people are used to smelling. Also, it isn't a heavy amount of oud, but it's in there. It's in there and it changes everything. So a lot of people are like, why is it called Oud Orange Intense when you can barely smell the oud? It smells like there's a drop in there. In my opinion, it's the perfect name because without the oud in here, it would just completely unravel. It has this beautiful creamy coconut and fruitiness with the vanilla bourbon in there as well, and that oud that just kind of ties everything together and adds depth, dimension, and a little bit of intrigue to the scent. So I really do feel like this is the kind of scent that ropes people in. It's the kind that beckons people in because you want to smell more, you want to get more more because it's very gratifying. Smelling it, you get so much gratification and you just want to get more and more of it. And that's another reason why I love the amount of projection that is in here, because it's not too much. I think too much would have taken away from this fragrance. I think that it would become this kind of loud, boisterous thing, whereas this one is meant to be a little bit more on that low-key, alluring vibe. It's not something that's shouting out at you. It's like wearing, you know, a classic black dress. You're not wearing like a crazy outfit that is calling for attention, but that simple black dress, you know, there's something about it that people fall in love with, they're drawn to, and that's why it's such a classic in so many people's wardrobes. I hate to say it, but it really does smell like money. There's a little bit of this kind of airiness in this as well. It definitely has this kind of billowy, airy, almost frothy nature to it. And you guys, this is just it's soft, it's sweet, it's angelic. That's the thing about it. It is sensual, but at the same time, it's not raunchy. It's very refined. There's a little bit of kind of this austere, almost reserved nature to this, where you're not approaching other people. People are coming up to approach you. You know what I mean? There's just something very regal about it. I do think a princess would wear this scent. All right, so I'm going to share something. I don't know if anyone else has this experience, but I know a lot of people, when they smell something, they see a color. I definitely know that I have smelled many things that I associate with a color. I forgot the actual scientific name for it, but some people actually conjures like the color in that person's mind. I just associate a color with the scent. I'm not actually seeing it, but it's a whole thing. Okay, there's a scientific term for it. I'm not going to look it up right now. But for me, I actually get a sense of a texture. Like when I smell something, I get the thought of some kind of textiles. You know, sometimes I'll think something smells very velvety. Sometimes I think something smells very silky or smooth. Sometimes I feel like something's a little bit more abrasive and bumpy and rough. You know, I really do feel like I get texture and textiles when I smell a scent. For me, okay, if you have not watched Harry Potter, you're not going to understand. But if you have watched Harry Potter uses this invisibility cloak, and when he wears the cloak, he is invisible. The cloak itself is really interesting. You know, go ahead, pull up on YouTube after you watch this video, you know, a scene where he uses his invisibility cloak. It's this very gauzy material. It almost looks like water. It's so fluid, but it is like a material. Whatever that mystical, magical material is that Harry Potter uses, this is what it smells like. This is shimmery and light, but it's there. It's very much there. It has a presence. It doesn't smell like some kind of wimpy perfume. Just because it's not beast mode does not mean that this one is shy or meek or weak. It's very dignified, refined, and I don't know, it's just amazing. I feel like I'm using the same terms over and over again, but that's just what keeps coming to my head. The vanilla bourbon in here again is beautiful because everything is kind of soaking in that vanilla bourbon, so it's really well blended into everything. The coconut has been soaking in the vanilla bourbon, so has the fruits that are used in here. The oud is mixed into the vanilla bourbon, so it's all very well blended and smooth. There's no rough edges, there's nothing harsh here, just perfect. It's the kind of scent you can spray and right away you can smell yourself and you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, look at the atomizer too. Like, you don't even have to worry about waiting to put your nose into it. You can put it right away and oh my god, it's so pretty. I love this scent. I love this scent so much, and I really hope that the winner also falls in love with this fragrance. I highly doubt that there's going to be someone who doesn't like this scent. And yeah, I don't know how people say they don't smell the oud in here. It's such a defining characteristic of the fragrance for me. I think that people expect it to be a very oud heavy fragrance because of the name, but the oud is like part of the main framework for this scent. So even if it's not like this, you know, huge cloud of heavy, you know, dense, unescapable oud, it's definitely there and makes the scent what it is. Alright, you guys, that is going to wrap up my review of Oud Orange Intense by Fragrance du Bois. I'm so excited to be doing this giveaway again. If you're interested in entering, go over to my Instagram page, follow it, and you'll see the post with all of the details on how to enter. If you do want to do the extra entry, definitely drop a comment down below and let me know if you've ever tried a Fragrance du Bois fragrance before. And yeah, I'm so excited to have one of you actually own this scent, because I do know that you guys are gonna fall in love with it as much as I do. By the way, I hit 1,000 over on TikTok as well, so if you have a TikTok and you like perfume, follow me. You can find the information down below. And I'm almost at 3,000 here, so I'm happy, you guys. I love you guys so much. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope you're all doing well. Have a good one, you guys. Bye.